So in this video, I'm just going to review the functionality and how to use the strategy, because it seems to be that's quite important, because not everybody watches code reviews where everything's clearer and you can see much more. Okay, but nevertheless, let's go. And then see retro resistance. Oops. So if I just pop the strategy on like that, it's probably not going to work. And you're going to see that a lot of errors in the log. Okay, and this is due, and I did it on purpose. Okay, I set the range span to 0. Okay, so you got to have at least one set. Okay, so if I set it to 1, and that means that I have a range of 1 above and below. You probably usually need 1 at least. Okay, because that will allow the profit targets to be set, okay, or the stop losses to be set outside the range. Okay, so if I set it to 2, you're going to see more levels. All right, you see they span further across. Okay, now the next important setting is range divider. So if I set it to 3, you're just going to see 3 zones here. Okay, it was set to 4 previously, so that's going to give you a closer profit target and stop loss. So I'm just going to send it back to 4. Okay, now another one, let's talk about open time, last bar time, no orders after time. Okay, so open time is basically the bar, the blue bar here. The bar that we'll look into, which decides whether we need to place orders or not. So if the bar is outside the range, like for example here, you see this closes above, it doesn't place any orders. And that's it, we're not going to trade for that day. So this is we decide on that first bar whether we're going to trade for the day or not. Again, guys, this is in extendable open source framework. So you're free to extend it and change it, because there is no right and wrong. Okay, you can experiment with this. Now, as you can see further on, where are we? Sorry. Okay. For example, yeah. So this is the open time. The close time is that you set here. Last bar time, 4 o'clock. Okay, so that means at 4 o'clock, like here, that's it. That's when the levels are calculated for the next day. Okay, now 3 o'clock, no orders after. So we can see that after 3 o'clock, so this is all red. So no orders are allowed to be placed here. So even if the level was touched, there wouldn't be an entry. I don't know, can't find an example anywhere. Okay, so let's have a look at when, for example, we get a trade that stays. Gosh, kind of hard to find. Anyway, so there's an exit time. Well, now it's set to 3:55, and obviously on a 15-minute bar, you're not going to have it. So you got to set it to 3:45, so that you do not get any orders. So if the order doesn't get filled with a profit target or a stop loss, it's just going to stay. So for example, here you see this hit a profit. Okay, that's lucky. Okay, so this one, stop hit. But if I set my risk levels to 2, for example, there we go. See, it just exits at the end of the day because it never reached the second level here. Okay, you see here it hit a stop at 2. Okay, now let's have another look at something called, so this is range span risk levels. Now let's leave it at 1, and I want to reverse. Okay, in that case, you see, it reverses the position when the stop is hit and places a profit target right here. All right. Okay, I hope this made it clearer.